So I was sitting up the other day and I found myself deep in thought. And I realized that there are moments in life when you get so far into your thought that you need someone to bring you back. And so I decided to make a phone call that many people are afraid to make, a phone call for help. While it was scary, nerve-wracking, the fear levels were beyond words. The phone call was worth every moment that I had. To be able to have someone hear me, to be able to talk and get my feelings out and not be judged or feel as if though I'm different or I'm strange, it made a difference. If you are dealing with thoughts of harming yourself or harming somebody else and you don't know what to do, please reach out to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. They will help. They will answer questions. You don't have to worry about being judged. You don't have to worry about feeling as if though there's something wrong with you. It is okay to not be okay. If for some reason, whatever that reason may be, that you don't feel comfortable contacting that number, then please feel free to reach out to me on any of my social media feeds with a simple message of, I need to talk. And I would do my best to work with you so that way you can have someone to talk to. Because whether you know it or not, people care. I care. This world is not going to be better without you. So before you make a decision that I have to live with, that people who love you have to live with, make a decision that you can live with and we can all live with. What up, though, ladies and gentlemen? And guess what? We back at it again with another Fear Review podcast show, 100th episode. I'm hyped about it. I feel good about it, but I'm gonna get even better when I hit like certain other milestones. You know what I mean? Where the fan base is finally starting to get on board and enjoying the fruits of the labor and all the beautiful parts of being a fan. People, I got a lot to cover. I do. First thing first, we got to start off with, should we be concerned with the injuries between Michael Brockers and DeAndre Swift? Did Matthew Stafford really diss the Lions? Right? Like, this is a question. How do you, let me rephrase it. How should you go into this final preseason game? We have a lot of things I got to cover, and I'm going to do my best to cover it all. Plus, I have some 97.1 The Ticket where Mike Valenti has a hot take, not even a hot take, but something that I'm not sure I disagree with him on. Scares the hell out of me. I got that and much more, and we're going to get right into it. First things first, let's see who's in the building with me. We got Avery G Reacts. Did you get my message? Let me double check. What you send it on? What you send it on? It's overtime is real. I get home, I go into family mode. So, I got something from you. I would read it when I'm done with the show. All right, we got Looney 2 in the building. One Funky Lions fan, BD Buster, Southwest Lion, Midwest Lion. Ooh, I like this one. Friendly Neighborhood Lions fan. Yes, I like that. Hard work and dedication. We got Carl Campbell, Antonio Jenkins, Omar Pacheco. I hope I said that right. JGB, Big West, Kevin, Steve Collins in the building. Steve, I know you listen to the brand new Nas album. We gotta talk. All right. We gotta talk. We got B Farewell, Delusional Lions fan. We got the Singles Dads Club. Shout out to him. We got Motor City Thanos, Chris Cashbar. We got Chopper Trav. Let me see. Make sure I ain't missing nobody. Detroit Fan Man, Lions Lee. Happy birthday. Who did I miss? Happy belated birthday, little Luke. Hey, appreciate it, man. My son enjoyed the hell out of his birthday. Even though I got home mad late, he still had a lot of fun. So 100% thank you so much for that, JGB and Lionsly. We got Bshaw0918, Motown's football in the building. We got Skino Bino in the building, Ferg Lions 509, Iowa Lions, which is I really do love this name. We got Craig Bevis in the building. And Big West Cap had already started. Hot take Valenti is a douchebag. Hey, I'm not so sure if I disagree with him, but I do think he went a little bit. I don't know. We're gonna get into it. It says HP in the house, Hungry Panda Studios is in the house. Steve Collins says Kings this too needs to be put in a medical waiting spot. Wow, we go, man. Okay, we gonna talk. We gonna definitely talk. Motor City Thanos and Charles Davis. What up, everybody, for joining the show? So listen, I'm going to hopefully get through this whole thing. Give me one brief second, people. I gotta check one thing. Hold on. All right, I'm good. I was hearing a little feedback in my mic, so I had to make sure I was good to go. First things first, people. How am I going to go about this? Stafford, okay? We got to start with Stafford. It's no real way of getting around it. We just have to. We have to start with Stafford. And while many of you may not want to, it needs to be discussed. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. My view is going to be a little weird. Why? Because I believe there's a lot of nothing going on. In this case, this right here. Now, I'm not trying to be crazy. I just want to say it. Oh, you know what? I got a few more new names in here. We got my man's Plan B in the building. He says AZ in the house. Yes, sir. Shades in the building. Charles Davis. Make sure I ain't forgetting nobody. Hey, Aaron Burton is in the building. Thank you for the birthday wishes, man. He's going to love every bit of that. But we got to get into this Stafford talk, man. And I sat here and I went over this a few times. Here's what the headline that I saw. Matthew Stafford takes a not so subtle shot at Detroit Lions organization. And I'm thinking, okay, well, let's see what he did. And I get here and I read the question and it says Stafford tells ESPN Steve Wickersham what the ultimate goal is now that he is with the Rams. And so I'm like, okay, this is going to be good because he took this not so subtle stab at him. And Stafford says, I just want to play in big games, you know. I want to have the opportunity to make big-time plays in the fourth quarter against really good teams and big moments rather than a 1 o'clock game on Sunday somewhere. It may be going over my head. Where the hell is this goddamn title? Where's this shot? Where's the shot at? Help me understand, what am I missing here? What shot did he take? Where's the damn shot? Like, if that shot's fired, I hate for him to be in a real beef. Hey, you're handsome. Like, what the hell is a real beef for Stafford? If that is shots fired, show me what the hell is a shots fired. I am so confused. I am so lost. This is the headline. The only reason we're talking about Stafford is because they are implying that he took a shot at the Detroit Lions organization. I have seen a number of people take shots. I don't know what the hell this is. This ain't no shot. What? Okay, stay with me. Stay with me. Let's just talk about it. How does this statement apply to the Lions? I'll wait. What am I missing? What am I missing? All they ask him is what is the ultimate goal now that he is in with the Rams? That's the question. What is the ultimate goal? He responds, I just want to play in big games. This is the ultimate goal. So the first part of the ultimate goal for him on the Rams is to play in big games while he's on the Rams. He says, I want to have opportunities to make big-time plays in the fourth quarter against really good teams. For the Rams. in big moments for the Rams rather than a 1 o'clock game on Sunday somewhere for the Rams. If the idea is he's implying that the Lions don't get these big time games for him to have these big time moments in the fourth quarter, and then that's a joke, because his records of fourth quarter comebacks were often in games, and some were big, but often in games where he had those same opportunities. And if the argument is now that, oh, well, it's a 1 o'clock thing, well, how do you know he's not talking about all the teams that play at 1 o'clock? Because, like, the Rams don't play at 1 ever. Like, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. How is that statement? How is that statement a shot? I'm trying to wrap my head around this. I'm not being funny. I am completely at loss for words. Seriously. I don't understand how this is a dig. Now, Dr. Detroit says I don't get it. Hence why I'm asking for answers, because I'm missing the point. And I'm always open to hearing the other side of it. Like, I'm just trying to figure this out. This statement does not line up. Like, and the reason I'm bringing this up is for the same thing that you see right here from Ferg Lion 509. This is a straight media shitstorm. This is their attempt to bring more, dirt towards the Lions organization. Why? Because you don't like Dan Campbell. First, you wanted somebody who was transparent. Dan Campbell becomes transparent. That's not good enough. Where's the dig at? Yo, help me. Help make where is this statement right here about the Lions? Where? He didn't say anything else. Never mentioned the Detroit Lions. Never said Detroit City. Never even said. Where's this got to do with the Lions? What's the dig? I honestly took this like maybe he didn't want to play for another team somewhere else where he don't feel like he can play and make big time moments and stuff. Because that's what he did in Detroit. He made big moments in Detroit. Whether people want to hate it or not, he did it. But where in the hell in that statement has anything to do with the Lions? He just said he don't want to play for a losing organization anymore in a loser's town. That's how it is perceived. Where did you get that? How, coach? How, coach? That's like if you was in a competition to see who had the longest reach, your shoulder should fall off. How did he get that? Where did you get that from? I'm seriously confused. I'm trying to figure this out. 2014 was the best chance in postseason. Offense was dormant in the second half versus Dallas. Did you see the article that said Lions are most bet team? We're going to get to all that. I got to figure out this damn shot. Thanksgiving was always a big game. He rarely showed up. This is not about if he showed up. They're saying that he took a shot at the Lions. Where's the shot? They're saying that shots was fired. What shots was fired? I just don't see it. This is a bunch of hot garbage. It's got to be a provocative headline for clickbait. It has to, because there was no shot. LA is a big media location, in my opinion. He took a shot at the NFL smart market policies. I didn't get Lions. I genuinely tried to. I just thought, you know what? This can't be the thing. It says we lost every playoff game he played in. I thought the playoffs was a big game. That's what I'm saying. He's played in big games with opportunities. So I know the statement doesn't apply for us unless he come out and be like, "Oh, I felt much better leaving Detroit because Detroit was a crap show." I don't see it. Like, this is the idea. This is the thing that blows my mind. Here's a guy who doesn't say anything. He is a company man. He does not talk against his former employer or anything like that. Why now? That's not who he is. That's why this statement I know is not a shot. I don't get it. It don't make sense for me. You get my message. I got your message. I'm gonna check it out. Well, I'm gonna put it this way. I know there's something there. I'll check it when I'm done with the show. A lot of people clicking on the top of headlines, Luke. We'll see more headlines like this one. It's just dumb. It's dumb and it's poor. And the fact that they took that as a shot is reaching, in my opinion. It doesn't make sense to me. It says, Don, there's a lot that's going on lately. I don't see it. I think his wife made him want to be traded. I think that too. I think she wanted out and he said, look, happy wife, happy life, family first. It said, no doubt Chief Troll Carlos will be banging out 800 words on Stafford. It's just, how is this a shot? I just, anybody who can tell me that this is a shot, I will take it. This is lazy work, first black man on the net. This is terrible. I don't get it. Now, this question was asked from a subscriber, JGB. He says, if this is really a shot, do you think Stafford retires a Lion? Yes. He has every record that can be held by a quarterback for the Lions. He will still retire a Detroit Lions. He can literally win a Super Bowl with the Rams, and he forever will be a Lion because that would probably be the only one he would get. I just don't see the shot. And so that's why it's up for discussion. Because there is no shots to be had. There was no shots fired. Hell, he didn't even have a bullet in the gun. Doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Let me get to my next damn topic. I just had to get into that because I didn't get this. I missed it. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell I missed. Don't make no damn sense. Stafford has always been careful to never badmouth former coaches and now former teams. That's what I'm saying. It don't make no damn sense. It just don't. Like all of a sudden now he just, it's time to get him. He don't talk bad about Georgia. Nobody. I just don't get it. Stafford never had to badmouth anything or anybody. That's what his wife was for. Yep. That's exactly what she was for. Yep. Just don't get it. All right. Stafford and Kelly are annoying. Trust me, it's not even Stafford and Kelly. This is just the media. This is the headline that people want to see first. That's the headline. This headline right here would be the headline that the people want to see. Stafford takes a not so subtle. Like if they had to say he took a subtle, that might have been in line because if you can guess that. But this doesn't even come off as I don't know. This is garbage. This is more of the media trying to come up with something because there is nothing to talk about. And it's a damn shame. It really is, because when I saw it, I wanted so bad to see that he said something of value, and I didn't see any damn thing that led to a shot being fired. It's just crazy. No, he didn't have a damn gun. It just didn't have nothing. It wasn't, if he had the gun, it wasn't loaded. I can tell you that right now. There was no shots fired. If it was a shot fired, it was a blank. There was nothing in that story that I read, and I went to multiple sources and found nothing. Not a single thing. Now let's talk about Lions injuries, because we're heading into the third week of preseason, and shortly after that, we're into real football. Okay. It says, I agree, they are blowing it up. They need to get people interested in NFL. It just doesn't make no sense. You can't have that title and not give me nothing. So there's Dan Campbell expressed some concerns about Michael Brockers and about DeAndre Swift starting week 1. And so it got me to thinking, should fans be concerned about this? If Dan Campbell is concerned about it, should fans be concerned about this? And my answer is a swiftly and resounding no. Absolutely not. You should not be concerned by this. Yes, is DeAndre Swift a key part? Yep. Is Michael Brockers supposed to be one of the key people on defense? He is. But here's why you should not be concerned. When it comes to DeAndre Swift, you went and got a guy who can be your downhill runner and Jamal Williams. And then if you keep Jamar Jefferson and you keep, say, Craig Reynolds or even the Dedrick Mills, you got your change of pace back. If I can't get a run game out of them damn running backs, we are already in trouble. Scrap it. With that offensive line, I can't get a run game going. I'm not going to concern myself about him missing 1 week. 1 week. I'm not going to concern myself. Our backups should be able to hold it down until he's ready to go. And this goes the same for the defense. I love Michael Brockers. I think he's a decent player. But are you telling me that I can't just make a subtle change? Subtle change, right? Follow my logic. You don't got to like it. Follow my logic. Brockers can't go, so your starting D-line still becomes, and I follow my logic, still goes Levi Onwuzurike, and then you got nose tackle, you got McNeil, and you just move Trey Flowers to the DN spot. Oh, shit, we got that, right? We can do that. Now, who are you going to put in Trey Flowers' spot? Derek Barnes. Just put Derek Barnes there. So now your outside is Derek Barnes, literally Romeo Core, inside Alex Anzalone, and Jamie Collins. What are you panicked about? Say you just not feeling good about that lineup, right? Say you like, well, nah, I want Trey coming off the edge. Ha, fire, right? That's what you want. That's all you want. Simple fix. Stay with me. Then you just simply say, all right, John Pennicini, we're going to move you to the nose tackle spot. We'll bump to the outside to get him his one-on-one. McNeil, and you still got Levi Onwuzurike. Say you don't like that lineup. Say you just hate that. This is where panic comes in, that when people don't put it in perspective. Right? So let's say we flip it one. Now you move Trey Flowers down. Now you got McNeil at the nose, Levi at the other one. You just got the Okuda brothers. And who better to push you than your damn brother? I want to do what you doing, but better. I want to be better than you. And now you got both Okuda brothers on the outside. And in the inside, you have Derek Barnes and you got Collins. What's the panic about? Perspective is what we should be doing. I don't understand. Why would anybody feel panicked by this? What up, though, D. Williams? Teams trying to trade for him, but we can't trade injured players. Well, when he get healthy, trade him ASAP. Make no mistake about it. But this is the thing I'm trying to point out. When they ask the question, the only reason Dan Campbell is concerned is because Dan Campbell understands that football players need to get in rhythm. They need to take reps. And when you don't get those reps, it can come off as a little rust and slow in your start and your steady. But God, you can't be concerned with those people out. Now you tell me TJ Hockenson out, now we concerned. Because I know that a lot of the offense is going to run through that tight end. You tell me Brashard Perriman's out, I'm not tripping. We got receivers. You tell me Tyrell Williams is out, I might get a little worried. But you telling me Swift is out and I still got 3 running backs I can use? What are you panicked about? We got opportunity to still make something happen. And it don't take much for you to make that change other than you to simply understand that somebody got to step up. It's simple. I'm giving you all the possible combinations they can create with Brockers not playing that first week. Hell, let's just say, hypothetically, that Deshaun Hand is healthy. And you decided you want to still keep Okuda you want to keep Trey Flowers on the outside. Deshaun Hand inserts at the end, problem solved. What is the panic about? What is the concern about from you as a fan? You don't have any. You don't have any panic whatsoever. This is what you want. Opportunity for people to step up. This is what they're doing, which brings me to my next question. How should the Lions approach this last preseason game? I'm going to say it again. How should the Lions approach this last preseason game? Hey, look, before I go to that one, first, that's another good point. I forgot all about Kevin Strong. You can put Kevin Strong out there with McNeil and Levi and keep going. I just don't. There is no reason for you to panic. I'm just putting it out there. So how should they approach this? And I'm going to keep it 100 when I looked at this, all right? To me, the Lions need to approach this last preseason game the same way they approached the week 1 and week 2 games. It is an evaluation process. Who are the dogs? Who want to be here and get stuff done? Who are the players that I can get the most out of on my 53-man roster? I want those guys. Who are those people? If the answer is, it happened to be JGB, then put him on the damn field. I'm not asking you to be a rocket scientist because we know we love that here in Detroit. I'm asking you to give me the best players. I'm asking you to set me up for success. And when I go through and I see that, they need to approach it that same way. For anybody who's a Lions fan, you cannot tell me you taking this offseason serious because all of a sudden we didn't do the thing with the preseason games. After I watched us in preseason go 4-0, only to not only give up the most points in NFL history, but can barely score and go 0-16. I don't care about no damn preseason games. I can care less on what's happened. I want to see what you do as an individual. Did you make it look like the guy across from you or next to you had no business playing with you? If the answer to that is no, then what we talking about? In the words of Mike Singletary, I want winners. Players, people who want to be here, can't win with them, can't play with them. And that's what you need to do with this third game. Evaluate who is feeling the pressure that they're going to lose their job and they're not performing. You got to take a look at that game and say, okay, if we win, who cares? But then when you start to hear the media and other people jump in there and they're saying things like, this team sucked through the preseason. Where's that same energy at for the Bucks, for the Saints, for the Falcons, for the Panthers? Where's the same energy at for the NFC South and all the other teams who ain't won a game in preseason? Oh, wait, they don't care? Huh? What do you know? Shocking. Where's that energy at for that? I don't get it. I don't understand the concepts of how they come up with this. The last preseason game is the same thing. Business as usual. I don't want to hear about who got cut on their birthday. I don't care. This is the business that we apply to. Does it suck to hear this? Oh, I guess. If I was the person who got cut, I guess. But it's business. You can get, hell, Craig got fired on his day off. Why should I be shocked about anything else? This is business as usual. This is where we have to look at these games. You cannot get caught up, okay, and looking at this game and saying, well, if we blow them out, we're good. It has already been said by the coach they're resting all their starters. They only want to do evaluation. Why should the Lions go out there and put all their starters in? What's the point? We already got a number of injuries as it is. We're going to start putting people in. For what? To do what? To do what? What are we trying to figure out here? How good they can play against backups? That's no test, no challenge to that. If we were going to do a dress rehearsal, it would have been with the Steelers. But wait, you can't do that when you play them in a regular season. It is not like you're going to play them deep down in the regular season. No, you're talking like in an earlier part to close to the middle of the season. So you can't show them nothing. Might as well evaluate. This is what makes Dan Campbell smart. This is where you start to learn from Anthony Lynn and other people who are smart. The Lions do not need to do anything in this game but figure out who are the dogs. You can literally watch this game and see who's feeling the heat. I knew Tim Boyles was feeling the heat when he had a whole press conference and they asked him a question, do he feel the pressure with the play of David Blau? And he goes on this like almost 5-minute rant about how him and David Blau are best friends and cheering for each other. The hell you talking about? He finna take your paycheck. You can be friends afterwards, but at the end of the day, don't act like you just so happy for him because you finna be out of a job if you can't get it together. I want to see who bends, break, and buckle. And when you buckle, then you got to go. When you bend, we gonna pray for you, but you're replaceable. And when you break, well, you broke. But to sit there and act as if though this third game need to have some significance, all we need to do is evaluate. We don't got to do nothing else. Just evaluate the game. This is how I look at it. Now, you can call me, you can hate me now. McKenzie says, I don't know, Luke, if Swift isn't 100% and Goff has always had a problem with the San Francisco, it's going to be on him to win us that game. No, it's not. See, Goff has never had a problem with San Francisco. The Rams have had a problem with San Francisco. We got to change the way we think. There's no way that we can act as if though it's going to stop because Swift is out. You got too many other running backs to get it done. Period. You got a tight end that didn't play none in this preseason that you wanted to see. San Francisco got a good tight end. They do. But you also got a head coach on the hot seat who lost his defensive coordinator and his pass game coordinator, who's trying to figure out who to start at quarterback. One guy who's Mr. Glass, the other guy who's just not ready. He's so raw. Well, I'm going to leave that one alone. Oh, by the way, they're traveling. This ain't on him to win it. This is on the team. And they're coming into a hostile environment from the West Coast. Swift can rest this game and we succeed. You want to throw the ball off the backfield? Okay. I mean, just look at it. The same thing happened with the Rams. That's why they just traded for Sonny Michel. They could have did the same things with Henderson. Henderson's going to be downhill. Sonny Michel out the backfield. Problem solved. This is not rocket science. This is just simply getting to the point. Here's Johnny's in the building. He says, Luke G. Field Review, blue ass Kool-Aid Luke. Yeah. More like red pill Luke, but I get your point. But to me, this last game, in my opinion, need to be about the evaluation. It needs to be about getting to a focal point that lets me see who's the willing from the unwilling, who is the tough from the non-tough, who wants to play ball. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even want to see Derek Barnes out there. I know he a dog. I don't need to see no more from him. But some other players I need to see some more from, like, Corn Elder, that guy. I want to see more from him. I want to see more of AJ Parker. Was that a fluke game? Right? I want to see more from Will Harris. Why? Not because I think he sucked, because I think he needs to get more rhythm in. Him and Tracy Walker. Right? You're trying to scrub the pass up out of him. But this is how you got to view it. This is how you got to see it coming. Now, this, to me, is the ultimate way to do it. Now, let me switch gears a little bit, because there's some things going on where people are starting to panic because of people getting hurt, and everybody's worried about who we're going to get and who's getting cut. Luke, will you go live after the game for San Francisco? Can we get everyone to say which way it's going? Yeah, after the game, I'll be going live. I always go live after the games. I just can't go live during the game. I'll be too focused, like I'm studying for the next week or something. So that's why I can't do it. The only thing you need to do is get out of this game. So to get out of this game is to get your backups together. And if there's a possibility of seeing an improvement from the last week's game to this week's game, that's it. Chemistry and healthy. That's it. Luke, I'm going to get my historian cap on. Preseason doesn't matter. Remember Jace Bingsley? He didn't do anything. The 2008 Lions went 4-0 in the preseason. In 2017, Browns went 4-0. Oh, my God. Are you serious? Do you tell me the Browns went 4-0 too? I don't even follow the Browns hard enough to know that. The Browns went 4-0 and still went 0-16? I can't make this stuff up. History will repeat itself for those who don't. I'm done. Red pill people in the building. Shout them out. Listen, people. So obviously there's a lot of panic going on, and obviously there are people who feel a certain type of way, right? Like they feel a certain type of way, and Harris and Walker are not good. I don't need them to be good. I need them to be serviceable. And right now, that's what you have. They're serviceable. Keep in mind, I'm on the boat that we need safety help. However, in order for us to get safety help, we actually have to acknowledge the need for the help and have an opportunity to improve those areas for the help. Which I'm going to get into right now, because there are some players who have been released that I would love for the Lions to explore. And there's even been an article talking about potential trades that I think makes sense in some regards. But again, keep in mind, there's very few people I want to take. If you're not going to come in and take a starting role from somebody, I don't really want you. But some of these trades that they came up with, I went, intriguing. So just putting it out there. Now, let's talk about some of the people who got released. And I'm telling you, I hope the Lions are paying attention. I hope they are awake at the wheel. DeJuan Davis, why go into the season without any real-life game situations when the team and coaches are brand new? They're brand new to the Lions. They're not brand new to coaching. The players are not brand new to football. I get what you're saying in terms of rhythm, but did it ever occur to you that maybe they didn't feel a need to create those things with other teams because they like the rhythm that they're getting in practice? Like when you feel good about the practice that you had, I don't need to get that rhythm in a preseason game. And the coaches, yeah, has Dan Campbell ever been a head coach? He's been an interim head coach, but is that going to stop it? No, he has enough safety blankets to protect that. That's why you have people like Anthony Lynn there. Like, this is not shocking. You have a Don Capers there. There are people there who have been in the room. This ain't the first time. They're former players and coaches. So some things don't need to be the case. So that's how I see it. Spirit of Detroit Podcast says, I got a good Matthew Stafford video coming out. What's up here? Here's Johnny. Well, let me know when you drop it. Tell us the time you're dropping it. They are saying there are issues at practice, Luke. Exactly. They're going to say a lot of things at practice. Like, seriously. But watch what happens when they get out there week one. Because it's not like he's going to be playing in the offense that he never played in before. It's not like he's going to be doing something that he hasn't been like, oh, he's a first-year quarterback. That's not what he is. Or he's a backup quarterback. That's not who he is. Don't get caught up into it. See, I don't talk about practice until I see what's going on the field. He had something when he said we're talking about practice, not a game, practice. Let's talk about some of these players that I think the Lions should take a look at. For some of y'all who are panicked that the Lions can't find a deep threat, you can always go get a cheap version of Marvin Hall and bring him back. I probably wouldn't do it, but you always could if you wanted to. Right? Another person that jumped out to me, where is he at? I got to go down a little bit more. I'm going to find this dude's name because I've been trying to get him here for a while, and I believe the Lions should definitely get the tiger on him. But Marvin Hall, that's if you just really need somebody else. I don't see why you would, but if you do, there you go. Where he at? Come on, brother. Where you at? Damn, how far I got to go down to find dude? I just had him on the screen. Rest to get it going. This is what happened. Oh, did you guys hear about Steven Denmark? So he got taken by the Bears. Bears released him. He went over to a few other teams, went to the Steelers. Steelers released him, and now he's a Ram. I'm sorry, not a Ram. He's a Packer. So yeah, they picked that guy up. Just a little bit of news for you. All right, where we at? Let me get down here to this dude. Where are you at? I'm going to find him. I'm just having a hard time remembering what team he was on. I know he got cut, but he doesn't get the love and appreciation that he should get. Where are you at, buddy? Well, long story short, he's a wide receiver. And I know that we are looking at the wide receiver position as well as safety, and we damn sure need to look at the damn kicker situation. I can't wait to see who wins out in that department with the kickers, because I think that's an important position for us. But this particular player, I'm getting close. I can feel it in the air tonight. Hakeem Butler. You know that guy that worked out with Calvin Johnson, that guy who was dominating at Arizona State, that guy, Hakeem Butler, that 6'6" guy who can run in the sub 4.40, 40, that guy, he got released by the Eagles. Now you may be thinking, well, the Eagles released him, he ain't that good, right? Like that might be the thought process. But I mean, let's just look at the measurables. Right? Let's just look at the measurables of the player. Right? Because that's what I'm about. Where you go? Here we go. That's all I care about. 6'5", 227. I mean, you're talking about giving your quarterback a big target. Somebody who just, for some reason, they're not given an opportunity. Cardinals took him, and knowing damn well that their roster was loaded with receivers, never gave him a shot. Look at this. 2 games. You played him in 2 games, and the Cardinals never gave him a chance because he got hurt. Fair enough, he got hurt. But still, I would take a flyer on this guy. Right? There's another person that jumped out to me that I was just like, hey, Lions can use him. He actually makes sense. Let me get on down here. Where's my dog? Where he at? Where you at, buddy? I see. This is why I should have just wrote this down so I can go straight to the team. But I got home relatively late and quickly put everything together. Where's you at? All right. Oh, there you go. All right. So this is a poor man's journeyman. He's always been bouncing around from team to team. People don't really count on him. But linebacker Quentin Bell, right? Wouldn't cost you much or nothing. Will probably play special teams. It can fill a role for the linebacker spot. Again, I'm looking for diamonds in the rough, cheap players that can come in and play for us and do nothing for us. But this brought me to the point of this article where it talks about the 4 potential trade targets for the Lions before roster cuts. And I thought, this is about to be some BS, right? Like they finna come up with some dumb stuff that got nothing to do with nothing. And I also looked at those guys who were free agents, and I'm like, yo, I need Hakeem Butler. And then I get down, and then the first thing they say that we should trade for is Gardner Minshew. And I'm thinking, why? Like I like Gardner Minshew, but why? Why am I trading for this quarterback? Especially knowing damn well that I'm probably gonna draft a quarterback in about a year or two. Why am I trading for Gardner Minshew? Now, could he keep me afloat? Yes. But I'll talk about trading for him if my quarterback go down for the season. And then he comes with this one, this N'Keal Harry talk again. And I'm like, for what? What's the point of doing this and giving up an asset to this guy who's a has-been? But then he talks about Antonio Gandy Golden. I went, I like that idea. I like that idea. Again, another big target for our quarterback. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Like if you mess around and get Antonio Gandy Golden and you turn around and get, say, Hakeem Butler, and you already got Tyrell Williams. It fits what you're trying to do anyway, which is get big receivers with speed. It makes sense. And then this one right here is the one, people. I don't know how we can make this work, but I've told you if I can find a way to get Taylor Rapp, I'm taking him. I'm telling you right now, if there's a way for me to get a Taylor Rapp, he is on my bubble. I would love to get a Taylor Rapp. I think Taylor Rapp is a safety that can do a lot of things. Luke, bring him in like Reynolds, have him fly in tomorrow. Right. See what he can do. But to get those 2 big receivers, those 2 big ones, to get a Gandy Golden, to get a Hakeem Butler, with what you have now with a Tyrell Williams and the slot receivers, and how can that hurt your team? How can this set you back? How can this put you in a bad position? It just don't make sense. It says we could have drafted Taylor Rapp instead of Tavai. I thought Rapp was gone before Tavai buffed up. Are you sure about that? I thought Taylor Rapp was way gone before we got our chance. I could be wrong, but I'll look it up for the sake of your point. And if that's the case, then yeah, you're right. But I could have swore he was taken like after, like before. I mean, so he was drafted. Let me see. He was drafted. Wait, that ain't what I'm looking for. I hate when it goes to something that I'm not looking for. Where I'm not asking it. Okay, so Taylor Rapp was taken. Okay. Let's see. Now where the hell is Tavai taken? All right. See, that's 2 second round, number 61. All right, so number 61 in 2019. So let's see where, because I'm looking at this, and I don't know if you're right or not, but he ain't looking good. We took him 43. I really wanted Sean Murphy Buttons. I know I wanted him. I know I really liked Taylor Rapp. I really liked the Byron Murphy. But yeah, that's freaking tragic. It is what it is. It is what it is. But again, nonetheless, want to put it in perspective. Would you, as a Lions fan, trade for Taylor Rapp? In the chat, let me know. What you trade for him, and what are you willing to give up? I hate to say this, but I'd be willing to give up a 3rd round pick, no more. A 3rd and maybe like a 6th. No more. Thornhill was on the board too. I liked the Thornhill, but I wasn't as big on him as I was when it came to Taylor Rapp. I thought Taylor Rapp was more of a playmaker, like to me. His argument for getting Taylor Rapp, though, in my opinion, it's a good argument. Can he cover a tight end? I believe he can. I've seen him do it before. Wait, we made a poor draft choice in the 2nd round. Right. It's been that way for a while. It says, no thanks. I don't get all the hype around him. The hype around him for me, Antonio Jenkins, is the fact that he has versatility. You can put him at linebacker. You can put him at strong safety or free safety. Taylor Rapp gives you options, and that's what I like about him. And he has ball hawking ability. I believe the year he came out, he had the most interceptions of all the safeties. So, just saying. Terry McLaurin, yeah, but I don't think we needed a receiver then, but that's shameful. That is just shameful. Taylor Rapp, it says, I like Taylor Rapp because he can tackle. I'm just saying, would you trade for him? And what are you willing to give up for him? Because like I said, I stop at a 3rd round pick. I don't know if I want to give up a 2nd because I got to still re-sign him and stuff. But the 3rd I can do. I can do a 3rd. And I can still get because that'll solidify me having a more rangier safety. And then you go out and get one of them big receivers, if not both, and we can talk. We in business. We can do some things. It's not hard. It's not challenging. I just like what he says. It says Rapp is a hyper athletic box safety who bagged 100 tackles as a rookie in 2019. Lions GM Brad Holmes knows him well as the leader of the scouting staff that tabbed Rapp in the 2nd round of that draft. The Rams defense doesn't really use that kind of player anymore. Rapp would be an instant upgrade over Will Harris in that big safety role and can even play some hybrid linebacker safety. It makes sense. Even when you're talking about this right here, right? So you figure Gandy Golden is the victim of circumstance in Washington. The football team's 4th round pick in 2020 out of Liberty lost most of his rookie campaign to injury and COVID-19. And the team appears to have moved on already. He has size and playing style are quite similar to ex-Lions wide receiver Kenny Galladay. While it was a different regime, the Lions did coach Gandy in the Senior Bowl week in 2020. I like this. N'Keal Harry scrapped that. Gardner Minshew scrapped that. But 2 out of 2, I like his idea. I think it makes sense. And I think it's something that should be explored more. I think it's something that if you just so hell bent on trading, trade for somebody who can come in and take somebody's spot. Taylor Rapp can take somebody's spot. T. Tabor still plays for the Bears. This is true. How old is Taylor Rapp? I want to say that Taylor Rapp is like 27. But I'll just look it up to be sure. Better safe than sorry. Oh, I'm way the hell off. 23. 23 years old. That's at least 7 to 8 more years of football left for him. I'm just saying. Just putting it out there. So if they willing to do it, I pull the trigger on it. He's somebody that I was like, look, if I'm going to trade, I'm trading for somebody who can upgrade the spot for real, for real. So 23 years old, you can't beat it. Now, let me switch gears a little bit because I got one more topic I want to hit on before they put me to work. Well, actually, I want to do 2 more. It has come out that the Detroit Lions, of all the teams, and it's 32 of them total, but the Detroit Lions is the most bet team in 2021. Oh my goodness! I wonder what is it that fans and other patrons understand about the Lions that many other people don't. Like people are putting mad money on the Lions to do the opposite of what they're saying. Now, this one guy who literally betted $10,000 that the Lions would make the playoffs. When asked him what was his logic, right? When they asked him what was his logic, he said, when has the last time has a team been an underdog and every game actually held up? That's a good point. They're the underdog in all 17 games. Come on. This right here lets you know what's going on. Hands down. Like, you have no way of knowing this. I hate the strong safety, so I don't disagree. Damn, hate is a strong word. A really strong love. Why are we talking about him? No way Rams want him gone. You'll be surprised. They did just trade for Sony Michel, and they got depth. Where's Rams' house at? Rams' house? You in here still? Where's the depth at? You think they can pull the trigger on them and survive? Just saying. Now the Lions been the most bet team. Just follow the logic. The original bet was that the over and under was at 5, like 5.5. They lowered it to 4.5 because people was like over all day. Right? Like, but for the more riskier better, they like, oh, take the under. My reality to it is this. When you look at the Lions have a perfect opportunity to prove a lot of people right and earn them some happiness and joy by winning them some money. There's no way the Lions can get worse. And the fact that they are the most bet team is fans are not stupid to believe that they're the underdog in all 17 games. Fans are not doing it. And this the other part I got to switch to really quick, just off to because I thought about this the other day. I was watching that top 100 list that I don't really give a crap about, and I realized that there were some Lions on there. And the first thing I realized about it was it's funny how when Matt Patricia was the head coach, we wasn't getting no top 100 players. Matt Patricia's out as head coach, and all of a sudden we get top 100 players. That means that the players in the league who was voting on this thing acknowledged that the Lions head coach was a dumpster fire and was no way going to shape this team in anything other than a dumpster fire, and therefore people suffer and never came in there. But now you switch it over. The Rams could slide Terrell Burgess in if they traded Rapp. See? That's a Rams fan. It could be done. Not my words, his words. And I believe that it's a trade that could be had, that I would explore. I mean, hell, we got 2 firsts and a quarterback for Stafford. Like an Asian, injured up Stafford. Like, Why would you not take a nice third-round pick for Taylor Rapp? You're definitely not getting the same value of a second-round pick, but maybe a third and a sixth? Sure. Just saying. Lions have nothing but draft capital. Some of that needs to be used in bringing in better players. True, but you got to be smart about it. You can't bring in players who cannot unseat the people already here. You have people wanting to kill Harry. Talking about adding him LaShawn McCoy and trading for people that don't make sense. If they can't unseat the people that they're going to be playing against, it's just dumb. Dr. Paparoni says they are winning more than the 5 games. It's a good bet. So start dripping the win totals in the chat this season is here. I can ride with that, Don Burr. Give me your win totals. What do you predict that the Lions will finish this year? I have them at 9-8. I will drop that in the chat. And I'm going to lock that in. I got them at 9-8. Right? I think that's where they're going to be at. So this is how I see it. Burns already a defensive player of the year. Depends on how they use him. I'm just saying. How about Burns tops all rookie linebackers in coverage in preseason special? I don't trust Pro Football Focus. They had a lot of interesting, like AJ Parker was like rated like number 1 or number 2 or something by Pro Football Focus. Craig Reynolds was the number 1 running back after his performance. And Barnes, I forgot what he was rated, but I thought it was high as well. So let's see what we got here for our records. We got some interesting records going on. Let me get back to the top. All right, we got 10-7. That comes from David Anderson. We putting all this on record, so don't be trying to switch it up, people. I'm keeping track. 9-8 is fair enough. 6-11. Okay, I can see your apprehension. 7-10. 7-10. Reality 8-9. 7-10, which is not bad. 6-11. 5-12. Okay. Parsons at 79.4. Let's see. 5 wins for Tactical Puma. Let me see. I want y'all to lock y'all stuff in so y'all can't come back and try to change it. They get Taylor Rapp. My prediction goes from 7-10 to 9-8. Well, I think they're going 9-8 without Taylor Rapp. Edward Molendon, 12-8. 12. Did you give us a playoff win? Did you do that? I see you. Listen, Edward gave us a playoff win. John Bradshaw says 16-1 or 17-0. Okay. 10-7 from Dr. Paparoni. Rams House, drop it. You said something about energy. Drop that record. 8-9 for Lions Lee. 10-7 for Marcus Robinson. 9-8 for Craig Bevins. Looney Tunes 7-10. Improve your mind. 7-10. That's without rap. the caveat. That's without rap. Let's see. 11-6. Rams House, a Rams fan, got him at 9-8. 9-8 with rap. I love the caveat. Improve your mind. D. Williams 7-10. It looked like 7-10 is becoming the average right now. Let me see. Zeke 0-17. I don't know how that's going to happen, but okay. Anything below 5-12 is pure tanking. Yeah. 8-1. Who in the hell we tying with, Charles? Okay. Steve Collins, shout out to my man, who's a part of the beautiful, beautiful YouTube channel and community and family, Roar of the Lions UK. He says 5-12. I can't get mad at y'all predictions. I was high on Gandy Golden coming out of college, so having him here would be a full circle for me, you and me both. 7-10, 1 prior 40. Chris Catchball 8+ depending on the refs. That's a fair assessment. Rams 9-8. That's not even playoffs. Says who? Like, what do you mean it's not even playoffs? Did you forget how many teams make the playoffs now? 7. 14 total. 7 in NFC, 7 in the AFC. 9-8 can get you in the playoffs. Lion King 10-7. Lock it in. 10-7. Mr. Scotty the Burr, 17-0, 7-10 at worst. Let me see. Make sure I ain't missing nobody's prediction. We gonna put them on record. I'm gonna come back to my 100th episode and see how close we were. 12-8 playoffs. You talking about playoffs? 8-9 or 9-8. Ain't mad at it. Don Burr, I have them sneaking in at 9-8. Edwards is high. Why? 3-14. Hungry Panda Studio. That's interesting. You think they get worse under this new coaching staff? Okay. Remember, people, the betting line is only 4.5, and no one here predicted 4 or less. Oh, good point, Detroit fan, man. I didn't even really. Good observation by you. Very good observation by you. The line is at 4.5, and you're right. Nobody really predicted 4.5. So that lets you know that it's a good bet. Besides the Panda, he came to 3-14. That was a late entry. 9-8 from Dan's Spinato. I hope I said that name right. I feel like I said it wrong. Damn it. I got to learn how to say names better. Ghost Gunner says 8-9. Ghetto Pat says 7-10. Chris Wink says 8-8. Well, we're missing a game. So you got to give me 8-9 or 9-8. 17 this time around. Let me see. It says, come on, people. All these 17-0, 16-1. I'm timing you out. I think the haters on here should have their own YouTube channel. All the negativity all the time, shaking my damn head. Dr. Detroit says, I agree. 5-12 should be the floor. Okay. Let me see. 10-7. Okay. 8-9. 5-12. Oh, that's Spider-Man? That's fire. I like that. How you say that? Shaquille Mustafa? Did I say that right? John Bradshaw. Hope the Rams go 0-17. We need them picks. It won't happen, but I understand your reason for it. Charles, I'm officially curious. Who are you tied with? First quarter of the season, we surprised people 4-1 out the gate. I think that's how I see it. I'm trying to make sure I ain't forgetting that. 9-8. Okay, so listen, fair enough. Y'all are giving y'all records. I put them all on the screen and got it, and it's 100% cracking. Craig Bevan says, congratulations on the 100th episode. Thank you. I'm trying to hit that 1,000 next and just keep this thing going as long as possible. Work schedule sucks, but hey, I got to pay the bills some kind of way. It says, because we believe that they are a bit better, but not a 10-win team. We're not talking 10 wins. They are 60% if you bet, and the line is at 4.5. I mean, just all you got to think about. They're the most bet team. You always say it wrong, Luke. I know. I don't know why I do, because I feel like I want to say soprano, but I know there's no R there, so I'm just, I always F it up. I literally always F it up. I'm sorry. Antoine, as you have says, I don't know, Luke. It says, you got it, Luke. Yes, I got somebody named. Wait a minute, I got the most complicated name right. I'm shocked. All right, let me see. Luke, read my article when you get the chance. 100%. I got you set as a notification. I don't know if it's not coming through or what the hell going on, but we will find out what's up with that. What do you think the Michigan State football team record is going to be? Oh, no. We got to finish seeing how all this stuff in lines out. That's what I'm going to say. I'll say that for a different day. I'll get that for a different day. I'll be at the LA game. Okay, that's what's up. Omar, I'm gonna be at the LA game too. See, look, y'all need to figure out how to connect up, man. Ride up. All right. I can't wait for the season to roll around. We're not far away from it. We actually play tomorrow and we get it in. So now let me get into this next question. And I'm trying to make this fast. A question was asked to me from a subscriber that says, what are my thoughts and feelings about Dan Campbell, Aaron Glenn, and Anthony Lynn after 2 weeks of preseason? And he said he wants my honest opinion. And I told him that I love what they're doing so far. And he says, why? My answer is simple. You come into this season with 1,000% of doubt tossed your way. Nobody believes you're going to be anything. They think you suck. They think that you're not going to be a good team. And you do the smart thing. You don't buy into the pressure. You simply say, I need to evaluate talent. And you do that in a way that makes sense. You don't go out there and say, oh, I need to get the game won, because that don't mean nothing. He was smart in what he was doing. He took risks where he needed to take risks, because if you're going to do it in a game, do it in a game that don't matter. The Ravens are on like a streak, like 19 straight wins in the preseason. How many Super Bowls that's netted them? They getting first round bye weeks and getting put out. Like, it doesn't matter. Preseason is nothing to look at. I appreciate the development role that they're doing with the players. In fact, Aaron Glenn got highly upset because he said everybody wants to focus on how bad Okuda play was, but never talk about the good things he do. See, when you get coaches that's willing to stand up for players, players respond to that. When I look at people like Dan Campbell allowing his coaches to coach, but then jumping in when he needs to, we wasn't seeing that. Wasn't seeing it from Caldwell, and wasn't seeing it from no Patricia. He lets them coach, and he gets in there when he's supposed to. When it comes to Anthony Lynn, I love it. I don't know how he got this vanilla down playbook that he's doing, but I can tell you this much. He is saving a lot. And the reason I know that is because go and look at how many times we threw the ball towards the tight end. Seriously, look at it. They did a very vanilla down offense to see who can get this thing done. So right now, after 2 games, it ain't much for me to be mad at. But I'm also going to tell you this. Come see me at the week 1. Because I was done with Patricia at the week 1. You didn't even put your best players on the field. That's a problem for me. Spanos? Did I say that right? If I said it wrong still, Dan, don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. The struggle is real for me. All right. All right, let's see. Ragnar should be on the top 100. We're going to have to prove a lot of people wrong. It is what it is. Thoughts on Valenti? Oh, Jesus. Okay. My Valenti, I'm going to be honest. My Valenti did give, he says, yes, hallelujah, Spanos. Hey, people say I can't read. Just saying. People say I can't read. I did the damn thing. Thank you, sir. Dan Spanos. All right. See, I'm working on it. I'm practicing. My Valenti, he had a moment. But I don't know if I fully disagree with him. I think there's some points that he said that I totally disagree with. And there's some points that he said that I was like, how can I argue with it? Now, I'm going to play it, and you tell me what you guys think.
I want to say that what I'm about to say could be totally unfair, totally off base, and really, this could be a terrible take. It also could.
Now, FYI, once he put that in there and said that this could be a terrible take, he's acknowledging that this may be a little strange. He's going to acknowledge that this may be a little premature. But just hear him out. I partially agree in some areas, and I'll tell you what areas I agree with.
Could be viewed as massively hypocritical because, full disclosure, I don't value preseason football. Now, the Lions played a preseason game this weekend, and while I'm not really interested in talking about the team or wins and losses, I have to bring up something that I am just really concerned about. And that's Jeff Okuda. And you'll go, well, what are you concerned about with Jeff Okuda? It's the preseason. You don't value it. Here's what concerns me. Anytime I actually see Jeff Okuda play football, he's utter garbage.
All right, now, I should have put a trigger alert out there because that first statement, he's utter garbage, got me going. I was like, what'd you just say? However, I'm going to give him a chance to say some things, and then I'll tell you where I agree with him on. All right? Let me let him have it. I'm just giving you the trigger alert right now. Don't shoot me just yet. Just bear with me.
That's my concern. Now, the articles about training camp and he's out there competing and practicing and he's becoming a bad dude. This weekend against the Steelers, Jeff Okuda got dusted by Deontay Johnson. We're talking 3 yards of separation. And if Big Ben's old ass could get the ball down the field, that was a touchdown. The only thing that saved Jeff Okuda was the ball was underthrown. But he got dusted. But his night got worse. And if you remember the Arizona game last year when Kyler Murray and him faced off in the open field and Kyler went, hey, you want to see something cool? And Jeff's like, what? He's like, your balls are on the grass. And he went in the end zone. It happened again.
A head shake, a shoulder shimmy.
But this was worse. Najee Harris at the other end of the grocery aisle. All the way. It's like Jeff Okuda turned the end cap. I'm in the cereal aisle. Looks up. Najee's at the other end. Dead. Ground.
Right.
If you're Lions fans, I want you to have an opinion on this. And if your opinion is, Mike, you're being unfair. Mike, it's preseason. That's fine. I am willing to own that. But guys, I am terrified that Jeff Okuda is not only not great at football, not good at football, I'm very concerned he's in fact terrible at football. That's
all right. So I see the trigger alert was put out there. People was getting pissed. I see it. Listen, I heard all of that. And I've always been a believer that you want to hear the full statement to make sense of it. Now, do I believe he's utter garbage? No. Do I believe he's utter terrible or he's just not a good football player? No. I don't agree with any of that. In fact, I think he's absolutely out of his damn mind. And to sit there and say that he doesn't care about the preseason, but then yet use the preseason and partially his rookie season to explain it by saying that the preseason reinforces that rookie season. It's amazing to me. All right. However, as he talked and continued to talk, I found myself in a position questioning myself. And that's where it got scary. Because if you know anything about me, I have been very critical of Mike Valenti. In fact, I have been downright going at Mike Valenti for being completely unfair, completely biased, and just acting like objectivity is not a thing with him. See, Valenti is a quick, okay, all right. 8 to 10 wins, slight downgrade at quarterback, definite downgrade at the kicker, but overall grade is in talent, massive upgrades in front office and coaching. Thanks to me. All right. Now, I gave y'all this disclaimer because I'm finna keep going, and then I'll tell you where I begin to agree.
Somehow, some way, Quin Trisha and this organization and the pick and the season last year wrecked him. And this kid is Mo Claiborne. That this kid is
they found the only Ohio State DB who can't cover. The only cornerback who can't. Like, that's normally money in the bank. You got a Buckeye corner, you got a pro, you got a starter.
But like, you want to see and I'll throw the number out, 248-539-9797. Hey, put me up on that dartboard. And if you think I'm being unfair, you can say it. I'm not going to yell and scream. But guys, at what point do I get to watch Jeff Okuda play football and actually have good things to say? They don't exist. And let's be really, really accurate about this. His season last year, he wasn't just average or meh or bad. For most of the season, Jeff Okuda, according to Pro Football Focus, ranked dead last of every single corner who played football. 116 out of 116. He was not ready to play to start the season. He then played and was garbage. Then he got hurt. Mm-hmm. And now when you get to see him play football, Saturday night, got dusted in what sure as hell looked like man cover. And then really the gold standard for defensive back dementia spin cycle is Harlan Barnett with Barry Sanders.
Oh, boy.
Look out, I'm going left and right and left. Just kidding. Face down.
Yeah.
Najee Harris coming down the field. Jeff Okuda is a full 10 yards away. That's 30 feet, people.
It is.
Jeff Okuda got put on his bum from 30 feet away.
But at least you could say Barnett was going up against Barry.
Right.
And he was trying to do something. He was just running along with him. Ended up being in a Cadillac commercial.
But I need to know what your concern level is. And if it's, no, I'm saying the people.
Oh.
I want to give the people an opportunity because this is not me yelling and screaming battle mode. I'm cool if you're like, hey, you got to power down. You're the guy who doesn't value preseason. But when you see the number 3 overall pick from last year, who already had one of the historically worst seasons of a corner ever drafted, and those are the highlights, yeah, man, I'm really nervous. This staff owes nothing to him.
Make or break year. I've told you. And this was before the preseason. This is his make or break year. If not, maybe this becomes the Lions' Darko pick, where it's just a guy like, you had a top pick, and of all the people, you found that one dud. This is what you want. Okay.
Now, that's Rico, who I don't know how they keep finding people to agree with Mike Valenti. However, I think Don Burr understands where I'm going with this. I think he understands where I thought to agree because Rico makes a point to Mike Valenti that's hard to argue in a lot of cases. This is the point right here.
248-539-9797. I mean, Kenny, you're a Lions guy. You're all lathered up in the Kool-Aid. You tell me. And you always think I'm unfair. You always think I'm just way too opinionated. You're like, you need to be softer on the air. Kenny, are you concerned?
Yeah, I am concerned. And it's not just because he looked bad, but he looked really
Thank
bad.
you.
And it was preseason. I understand people want to diminish that. But if you look that bad in any football scenario, it's hard to defend it. It's really difficult to defend that as a Lions.
When you have, if I asked you to create 10 memories from Jeff Okuda's short career.
All right, got to make sure I don't get the copyright for that ad that popped up in there. Now, people, keep in mind, they are literally breaking this down, but let's get back into it.
I was going to say one of them might have been last night.
10 of them look like that.
Right.
I mean, think about this. I mean, like, at what point? Like, I need Jeff Okuda to bounce back and be a really good player. I mean, we talk about how far away this team is from winning. Jeff Okuda could be that lead corner that every team is in the market for. If Jeff Okuda is bad, you can put what you allocated a top 3 pick for. You can put that right back to the top of the shopping list. You're going to have to go do it again. You're going to have to do what my Giants did. Go pay a James Bradbury 15, 16, 17 million a year. Or you're going to have to go and put more draft capital in. Like, Jeff Okuda represents a major part of this franchise. And every time we see him play football, all I hear are Three Stooges sounds.
I know. Here's the reality of it.
How do you get jock rocked from 30 feet away?
That was embarrassing. Here's the thing. I've set the bar so low for him that each game it's just, okay, just go out there and play okay. Don't give up a big play. Forget about the fact you were number 3 overall. Just don't embarrass yourself. Just let no one hear your name being called, and let's call that a good day. That's where I am with him. The bar is that low.
And you know my opinion on this. We've talked about this. If you are drafted high as a corner, it breaks one of 2 ways. People can you can do whatever you want. Guys who are taken in the top 5, top 7, top 10. I don't hear about Darius Slay's rough rookie year. He was taken like 50th overall. They're either really good right away or they're busts. That's it. That's how it be. Yeah. So I'm concerned. Now, you're right, guys.
All right. So, Luke, where do you agree? Where is it that you agree with this and most of this conversation that they're having? I did a video that was titled, Jeff Okuda is not worth a top 10 pick. And the reason I said that was because I did not see a person who I deemed or believed to be a number 1 cornerback. I did not see that skill set when you're not traveling with the best people, when they're telling me that you're supposed to be the best man coverage corner in this game. And I'm watching people like Donovan Peoples-Jones and Nico Collins, who made me look like an idiot on draft night because the Houston Texans are idiots. But I'm watching them torch your ass and you literally grab and get away with pass interference, I walked away not feeling like we took a top-tier cornerback. That's how I came away from my review of his film. But as I listened to them talk, and my initial assessment of the anger got out the way, they pointed out this one small fact, and that is he does not do well in man coverage. He does not. And he was brought here to be a man coverage corner. Now, I don't agree with Valenti. I don't think he's utter garbage. I don't think he's always trash. I don't think, all these things that he came up with. However, the idea of concern has always been there for me, even though I'm seeing improvement in his game. I saw a question earlier that came from Ferg, Alliance 509, who says, how long does it take for a cornerback to become a great player? And to me, if you are a dog like that, by year 2, you should be already on the verge of showing me signs. And by year 3, you should be full-fledged. In most cases, you can do it in the first year. There are some people who are just naturally good. Derek Reeves, Deion Sanders, and so forth and so on, right? But when they get to this part right here,
regular season hasn't started yet. We're going to wipe the slate clean. Nobody will care about Pittsburgh if on opening weekend they play the Niners and he partakes in keeping Brandon Ayuk to 2 catches, 19 yards, and great run support. Okay? But guys, the only thing we have to go on with Jeff Okuda is the continual Larry Curly and Mo routine. That was brutal on Saturday. Deontay Johnson dusts him by 3 yards. And look, either blew the cover, misunderstood the assignment, or got straight dusted in man. And it sure looked like man with safety over the top.
See, here's the problem, Mike, and you just touched upon it. I think that the Lions drafted with the number 3 overall pick a zone corner.
And it's there where I agree. It's where Don Burr points out the fact that I believe he's always been a safety. He is a safety. You need an open field tackle? That guy be great for that. You need a zone coverage guy? He'll be great for that. This man, I follow you, run with you stuff, he's not great for that. Even when I watched the levels of improvement that he had, I walked away still feeling like he's a safety. And there's nothing wrong with that. They moved Quandre Diggs from cornerback to safety. It worked out great. It's not the first time it's ever happened, right? Glover Quin, I believe, was a cornerback moved to safety. Worked out great. And I look at Okuda, and yes, I am concerned. I really am. I think he will be more improved, which is not saying much given the fact that that first season was there. Now, granted, he had injuries, but now we remove the injuries. Now we remove the excuse of bad coaching. Now we remove that you didn't have the front 7 because you got these things now. I'm expecting to see him take some leaps and bounds when it counts. Yeah, did he get dusted and that still again at one time? Yes. Blown assignment. I'd rather see you do it in there than do it in the real game. But what was alarming was he didn't recover like I wanted him to. But to call him trash or garbage, that means that he's useless. I don't agree with that. I don't believe that he's useless. I don't believe that he should not be here. I believe that he's a safety. A safety that if you put him there, he may go to the Hall of Fame. And it's not an embarrassing moment. I mean, I want to say it was Rod Wilson, I think it was, who moved from cornerback to safety. Worked out great for him. Did I ever believe that he should have been taken in the top 10? Nope. Got a whole video for it. Took a lot of heat, and people chewed me out about it. Told me I was batshit crazy, don't know football. And when I told them, tell me the game where he balled out when it was a good quarterback to receiver tandem. They said, oh, go look at the Clemson game. And I said, I did. The receiver just dropped the ball. The receiver was always open. I said that he had trouble covering inside routes. So the first thing I watched with him 24/7 is, can he cover inside routes? That's my evaluation. I want to know, can you keep up on a slant? Don Burr says move him to safety. Luke say it. I'm saying it. They are right. If you look at him in man coverage, you cannot walk away and say you feel good. You can't. Now, I agree with Ferg. It's not his fault where he was drafted. I get it. Because even if he took it in the second or third round, I would still have these same gripes. It is up to the coaching staff to acknowledge that. The problem is we don't have enough depth to move him to safety, especially not this year. Not at the cornerback position. So he is going to have to play corner. But if it was me, he would be my safety. Like, seriously. Now, he did focus on that one play. And he tried to compound that one play with the facts of the first season. But the reality is this. And this is just my question to you, the subscribers, the fans, Pride Nation. Does Jeff Okuda concern you? That's what it boils down to. Does he concern you? Do you feel confident going into this year with Jeff Okuda at corner? Joe Kane said they need to put Jeff to the slot corner. Hell no. Because I will say he's shown improvement. Even in the Buffalo game, he ran on the slant route, recovered really well. I said I loved it. He wasn't trailing too hard. But when them guys run that straight in speed, he can't run. They run an elaborate route. This is why he wants to fight people. All right. He did not break up that play in the end zone. Very good play. Bad ball, but very good play. And I enjoyed every bit of it. The question still burns. Are you confident or do you have any concerns with Okuda heading into this year? Dr. Detroit says, I love Sewell, but love him at left tackle. I think you got to give him time to learn the right tackle style. Jeff Okuda is Stephon Gilmore with development coaching. Gilmore wasn't good until placed properly. I feel you. I just feel like the idea that we took him, Patricia and Quin took him to be a man coverage corner. And we've never seen him do that. In my personal view, in a video that I made titled Jeff Okuda's Not Worth the Top 10 Pick, I didn't see that man coverage skill set. I saw somebody who benefited from a D-line and front seven that would touch you if you was in the middle of the Pacific. That's how good they were at getting at the quarterback. Now, if anybody want to argue that, oh, he's not just a zone coverage corner, you're drinking. I can pull up all the film you need to see. You're drinking. Because when he's in zone coverage, it's scary. Man, it's horrifying. Because I don't know what the hell is going on. And I don't think he does neither. That's not his strong suit. Chris Catchball says, I always thought Okuda would be a dog at safety. If he does not work out this year at cornerback, the Lions are going to have to make a hard decision. Cut him, trade him, or move him to safety. These are the only options. And my prayer is they move him to safety. It just is what it is. Don Burr says Dr. Detroit, maybe Slater should have been the pick then at natural right tackle. Dr. Detroit says yes. I had Slater rated higher than Sewell because of his ability to play left, right, guard, and center. Sewell's still a good player. One funky Lion fan, Barry Sanders made Rod Wilson a safety. Well, I wish Barry makes Jeff Okuda a safety because I think that's what he needs to be. And I think if they make this move, they need to get somebody to play the cornerback spot that they can trust. But I do have concerns. I do. Not a Lions fan. Okuda has the best two guys to coach him now, Aaron Glenn and R.B. Pleasant. Right. And so at this point, I want to see more improvement. I've seen it already, but that's what I want to see. Move him to the slot. And then who's going to play your one or your two? You're going to put Amani Oruwariye at the one? Fine. Who's your two? We don't have the depth at corner to do that. And if you're talking about putting them at slot, then at that point, you're basically saying that the pick is dead. Safety can save it. Barry Sanders moved Rod Wilson from corner to safety after he split his groin in half. I was watching it when it happened. Oh, I know what happened. I'm just telling you. at points, the move from corner to safety is not an indictment on you. It just is what it is. People give Sewell time. God, look at the Bucs rookie tackle last year. Come to the end of the year, he was damn good, and Sewell's better than him, and Sewell wants to be right. I think you're right, Jon Kapler. I think that the Sewell hate is too early. The man hasn't played in like almost 2 years. Let him play. Let him get into a rhythm. You know, after seeing what Harris did to Okuda, I'm not so sure he's a safety. He damn sure ain't no man coverage corner. He ain't showed me that. And that's the problem. We can't move him to safety. So he got to play corner. Does that concern you? If you're not concerned, great. I think you are a jewel. I mean, it is what it is. So let me see what we got going on. Okuda will shut them up this year. He will be a lot better. I think he will. The question is it going to be good enough play to make you not concerned? Because I do have concerns, but I'm also have faith in the new defensive scheme. I also have faith in the new defensive coaching, and the fact that my eyes didn't lie to me. He has improved. He has definitely improved, and he's doing things that he wasn't doing before, like beating the shit out of the receivers at the line of scrimmage, something that I was critical of in my video before they drafted him. He'll forever be compared to Simmons, the same way that T.J. Hockenson was going to forever be compared to Devin Bush, forever be compared to Ed Oliver. Everybody wanted them. Them were the people that the Lions fans wanted. Now, Devin Bush over there causing all kind of trouble and looking like he's losing this damn shit. And, Ed Oliver. Yeah, how's that working out? I get it. I truly get it. That it ain't going to always be peaches and roses and stuff. I get it. But the reality is this. The leap that he got to make from that first season needs to be significant enough so that we're not talking about the safety spot no more. And I'm concerned that he can't do it. I don't agree with Mike Valenti that he's utter garbage and that he's trash and he should be out of here. That's a bunch of malarkey, right? But it is what it is. Amani was beat on the same play Okuda was and a lot last year. He is not ready yet. I think the difference between Amani was and last year was who was the coach. That's the part that makes me want to puke. One funky fact: Leatherwood has been playing well. People laugh when Raiders took him. Yeah, I mean, I laugh. I still don't use preseason as a full measure. I just don't use preseason as a full measure. However, my concerns with Okuda is the thing that we brought him in for. Like, for example, when we brought in Jim Caldwell, he was an offensive-minded coach. I'm expecting for the offense to be better. When we brought in Patricia, he's a defensive-minded coach. I'm expecting for the defense to be better. And when we brought in Okuda, he was a man coverage corner. When am I going to see it? So, yes, there is some concern there. Do I agree with everything Valenti and Rico said? Nope. They're at most times they're dumb and dumber. But the concern is hard to overlook. The fact that we asked for a man coverage guy and we haven't got that. Just putting it out there. Look, I totally disagree with the Okuda take, but I think he's going to have a really nice bounce back here. I'm confident in his outlook and the coaching is getting. I see the improvement already, but there's still concerns for me. At this point, I'm going to take you guys' question. I had to hit on all those points for you, obviously. And obviously my goal is, because I've already told the boss that I have a very important thing that I cannot miss, which literally is to be here to go live before the game because, they've getting all the overtime they can get out of me. Like, it is what it is. So like I said, it's your time for questions. Let me get you guys ready to rock and roll, and I'll hit a few questions, and we get up out of here. It says, Don Burr, have you seen what Joe Tyron has been doing in Tampa? I've been watching. What's your thoughts on AJ Parker? Good story. Can I see you do it again? Like, lightning can always strike something once, right? Can you catch the lightning in the bottle twice? Can you do it consistently? And for me, consistency is what I judge a player by. Reynolds showed consistency by keep running the ball the way he's running and being able to get in and out of his cuts when there's nothing there. Can I see the same thing from AJ Parker? If I see that, then we good to go. Hawkins going to really ball out this season with Goff because Stafford doesn't use tight ends that much. Stafford used the tight ends a lot, believe it or not. The problem was the play calling wasn't really going towards the tight end, which is stupid. You went out, you added Jesse James, and then you added TJ Hawkinson. Two things I said was gonna happen, and then you run no 11 personnel. You don't, there's no triple set, none of that. You didn't do none of that. That's on the coach, not on the players. That's on the coach. Okuda is trash at cornerback in the NFL. He needs to move to safety. We're gonna find out this year. BD Buzzard, that GM and coach last year were not on the same page. At least we got that going for us. This is true. You had a scouting room who wanted Isaiah Simmons, a head coach who wanted Derek Brown, and then the GM who said we're taking Okuda because we lost Slay. So yeah, clearly not on the same page. Luke, would you consider Dan Campbell to be an offensive-minded or defensive-minded coach? Very good question, Looney Tune. In my opinion, I consider Dan Campbell to be a motivator. In other words, his job is never to improve necessarily the side of the ball, but to manage the game in such a way and be a motivator. He coaches tight ends, and if you want to lean and say he's more of an offensive guy, that's cool. But in order for him to understand how to do his job as a tight end, he had to understand the defense. So for me, his job is motivator. This is why he allows his coaches who he hired and who he trusts to coach, unlike the previous people who brought people in knowing damn well they weren't going to be able to call plays. So I'll tag him as a motivator. But if you force me, earn behind my back, gun to the head, I would say offense. I like AJ Parker. I hope he makes the team. I hope he's consistent. I want to see more of it tomorrow. Okuda would actually have benefited from Salah if we brought him in to coach. I think he would be good in that scheme. As a corner, I don't know. What up, though, people? How's everyone doing? What's going on, Miss J? Steve-O, mama, it says, Steve-O, man, hell yeah. I wanted Joe Tyron so bad. And the D is Pat got from Oklahoma. His name slips me. Yeah, I had Joe Tyron as a guy that I thought that the Lions could add that would fit what they were doing, but I'm not gonna kill him for not doing it. I'm just not. You guys think Barnes will start beside Jimmy Collins against the 49ers? I do. I know originally I was supposed to have a debate with Spirit of Detroit, Avery Giovanni, because he said it was going to be Ellis Anzalone, and I was like, I just don't see how Ellis Anzalone outdo Derek Barnes. Now the question becomes, is Derek Barnes going to be given that shot, or is the coach going to say, no, let me just use him sparingly? That does become a situation, but if it was me, hell yes, he would be the starter next to Collins. Let me see. Jamar Jefferson, Craig Reynolds, who is running back number 3? Jamar Jefferson. He's a better blocker, and that's what it boils down to. Craig Reynolds, I believe, has a little bit more twitchiness to him and the ability to have a good vision, but Jefferson right now is a better blocker than Craig Reynolds, and for that reason, he would be running back 3. Luke, I wish I could Lions took Simmons, but this coaching staff and the Okuda improved mindset will make him better. Could he move to safety? Not this year, because we don't have a cornerback to play opposite of Amani Oruwariye, and so your slot guy is looking like it's going to be projected to be AJ Parker, which in my opinion is bad for people like Mike Ford. But if you're telling me we go out and we somehow get a cornerback who can get the job done and you can move him to safety, and now you decide that, hey, I'm just going to basically run with like almost 2 free safeties out there that have like a free strong type thing, and they both can work well off each other and be ball hawks, I'll take that. I really would. I say the safety and kicker situation terrify me. What do you think about the Saints tickets going for $1? A lot of people are pissed at them, and some of the rules that they're going to implement to make sure that people stay safe from this damn illness. That's the word I'm going to use. And I think, if you're frustrated, then you're frustrated and you're going to make moves. But $1, hey, it is what it is. And for $1, I'll watch any NFL team. So don't matter where you put me. Improve your mind. I really want to see Barnes and Pittman next to each other. I think you'll get to see that this week. I think they're going to probably make them a starting lineup because they're going to put in a lot of backups. But I think Barnes will probably get one series and be out. Pittman going to play a lot. And I think they like Tavante Becton. I hope I said his name right. Beckett. So he's going to get a lot of playing time. We'll see how that go. We could have had Simmons, Wharf, or Becton. We're going to lay that alone. I'll call them the reach around Raiders. Okay. Improve your mind. Did we see them together and it was poetry in motion? But I would like to see them with the ones. I think you will get a look at it. I look back at the Pitts game, not as bad as people are making it. I don't think it was as bad as people made it out to be neither. I mean, you're talking about our twos going against their ones. And yes, it was a rough, obviously, but when they twos came in, we still held our own and stayed in the game. And when they put their threes in with our threes, well, we ran away with it. So there was depth in that regard. It's about perspective. I didn't think it was that bad at all, to be honest with you. To be honest, the second team D versus their starting 3 made plays on the D, and they only scored 6. Like I said, perspective is everything, man. You're hitting on points that many people can do. Ronnie Perkins is his name. Ronnie Perkins. What is Ronnie Perkins? Was that the dude from Oklahoma? Yeah, that is Oklahoma dude. Number 9 or something, I think it was, or something like that. Yeah. Okay. The issue was our linebackers. This is true. Tease Tabor. No, we're not gonna say that. Tease Tabor. Come on, bro. Come on. That's a reach. Okuda is not no Tease Tabor. Yeah, that might be a little bit of a reach. Just a little bit. But I do appreciate the enthusiasm. Like I do. Jon Kapler, we will pick up a wide receiver, take over the number 1 spot before the will we pick up a wide receiver to take over the number 1 spot before the regular season opener? No. Tyrell Williams is your number 1 receiver. The question that they're fighting is who's going to be receiver 5, because rumor has it they really, 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 really like the fact that you got Khalif Raymond and Amon-Ra in the slot. And I was being told for somebody who's in the room, if they say that they like Cephas as the number 2. But they still have faith in Perryman, whatever that means. So I don't think there's nobody you're going to add from free agency, or unless you trade for like Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas can then go to the 1. I don't see that happening. Yeah, safety maybe be in his future. It may have to. Raul Wilson, Deion, Charles Sanders, Darrell Green, Reeves are freaks of nature. Other corners have a better front 7 support to cover the shortcomings. This is true. Exactly. Tease is better. Y'all be reaching. I think Craig Reynolds is the 3rd running back. If he has a good game Friday, I think Jamar will be in the backfield in the wheelchair to get the. Oh man, show me Craig blocking. We can talk. Luke, we could have had Simmons. I know. Where you think we gonna rank in rushing attempts in the league? Top 10, damn near top 5. I think he's going to run the ball a lot. The commitment there to run the ball early on and to close games out is 100% there. Reaching like Stretch Armstrong, hey, listen. Campbell is a trenches coach, not an offensive guy, not a defensive guy, but a trenches coach. I gave him a motivator. And because I know they say he's a player's coach, but he's a motivator. And the last guy who was a motivator similar to that was like Bill Walsh. What's his name? Bill Parcells. Those guys were motivators and they knew how to get everything out of players. And I think he's the same way. Who do you compare Levi to? Calais Campbell. That's what I compare him to. I know people like to compare him to a lot of other people, but to me, he reminds me so much of Calais Campbell. Barnes needs to start ASAP. Agree. AJ Parker's better than Okuda already, and he's undrafted. It's preseason. Hold your horses a little bit. What up, though, Vern? Shout out to you and the family. Hope all is well, sir. Don Burr says, one funky facts. Now, the Lions fan says, Morton Hanks with my 90s 49ers was a cornerback move to safety, became a Pro Bowler. It is what it is. What has happened to the Mike Ford hype train? I know, right? Don't forget that. The Mike Ford hype train, the Victor Bodden hype train. Now, I will say that Steve Collins has been very consistent in shooting down all that damn hype. In fact, he's found it downright damn comical. And he has been 100% behind the idea that it don't make sense, that this what you hear is a bunch of hogwash and it's not the truth. But you're right. Where's the Mike Ford hype train at? Where's the Victor Bodden hype train? I just laughed at it like, okay. Good point. Deuce Staley does say if you can't block, you can't play. This is the reality for him. And to me, Jamar Jefferson is a better blocker. I've seen him do it in that Pittsburgh game. And I saw Craig. I don't know who he was doing or what he was trying to do. It didn't work. Look, how long did it take for Diggs to transition from DB to safety? Well, I can't really say because realistically, he didn't get too many opportunities at the cornerback spot. They tried him out on special teams. Then they moved him over to like the slot. Then at one point he was playing they tried him out at the 2. Then they moved him back to the slot. Then he got hurt a few times. Then finally it was like somebody came to Brighton, let's try safety. And then it worked. So it's kind of hard to kind of say on that history part of it. But to me, some people are what they are. Goff would not make it through 17 games with these receivers. What receivers would you trade for or sign? I would sign Hakeem Butler. I would sign Antonio Gandy Golden. I would even, if like I know somebody gonna say I'm crazy for this, Arciego Whitehead. I'm looking for that same thing that fits the mantra. Nobody believes in you. We do. Come show us. Those young receivers who have opportunity, who are big and rangy and can catch, I would look at those receivers. If I'm trading for a receiver, probably not. It's not as long as Golden Tate is still out there. I don't see a real reason to go out and trade for a receiver. So my goal is to not give up too much draft capital, in my opinion. Is that more of Bevel or Patricia? I'm not sure I understand that question. I don't. They didn't play him many snaps against Pitt, Steve Collins. Mike Ford may start over Okuda. Man, Jack is on Okuda head. I'm just saying. I don't think we have the ability to do it. Hey, what's going on to my man SpeakEZ Sports? Shout out to you. My man SpeakEZ is over there doing all kind of stuff with Woodward Sports and his own, thing, and his love for fighting and violence I find very entertaining. So make sure you go out and subscribe to him and check him out, man. Easy what it do, bro. My original question is, I'm giving people time for their question, but my original question is, are you concerned with Okuda? Like, do you think he'll be able to live up to his bill? That's another thing I just look at. Let's see. I think it was like 3 years when Diggs moved to safety. Man, I want to meet Kyle Hamilton. I put it this way. With the capital we got, if you really want a safety, you can just wait for it. But when I look at the way the draft is going to fall, I think safety will fall to you regardless. I don't see too many people just being like, you know what, safety really early on. Now, if that happens, then you got to ask yourself a question. Did you want to trade up for one? It's another thing to think about. I think, and so let me go down here. It says, how late am I? Pretty damn late. I've been on about 1 hour and 48 minutes. Who's number 2 receiver right now? It's Brashard Perriman's job to lose right now. That's where we at. So that's where it's going to born at. Loaning to him easy, very late. Left my ass off. Number 2 is going to be Josh. What? I'm a man. I'm not going to play with that name. What? No, never going to happen. What should the Lions do with Deshaun Hand? Cut or preserve? Cut. I would trade him. If I could trade him, I could trade him. If not, I would cut him. If I can't get a trade, I would cut him. I just don't feel the need to keep trying it. Every freaking year you hurt, like, you're not available. So if I can't get a trade, which I believe that I could get, I would cut him. Just me. He reminds me of Grady Jarrett. Not even close in my opinion, but I definitely think Calais Campbell's a better comparison. I'm in Cleveland covering the fight-ish almost went down today between the teams. Ooh. Say what? Oh, man, we got to talk about that. I had to hit you up on the phone line. I am semi-concerned on Okuda. I think you should be. I think you should be. If Tavai has another bad outing, is he cut? Yes. It's simple. This is simple football. When you can't do the basic fundamentals, small, simple things that people do on a regular basis, yeah, you got to go. It is what it is. You made it to the last call, easy. The first year is to evaluate Quin players. No worries on Okuda. Tracy Walker, what are your thoughts about the future on the team? He needs to show himself this year, which I think he will. I think the biggest issue with him was trying to fit into a spot that he didn't make sense in under Patricia. You took a guy who was doing good as a rookie and moved into a box safety. And it's not just me who believe that. Glover Quin has talked about that, putting people in the best position to succeed, and not many coaches do that, or I should say Matt Patricia did. Luke, how many final roster cuts from the other team makes final 53? 3. If they find the right receiver, they find the right safety, and even the right kicker, or even an upgrade at that DN spot so they can, have depth there, I can see that being the case. Vern Van says Khalif Raymond will have a breakout season, NFL new deep ball threat. They're going to use him like a gadget play. I don't see them throwing the ball deep to him too many times, but I definitely see them doing a lot of reverses, a lot of underneath stuff, and I definitely see them getting them working in space. So if they throwing the ball deep to him, we need to pray. That kind of scares me a little bit. He's not that tall, I don't think. I think I posted the video. I don't remember. I've been busy as hell. Man, bro, you and me both. They getting all their money up out of me. If you had to choose between keeping Hand, Strong, Bryant on roster, this is easy. It's the guy who's available, Kevin Strong. I need availability. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not here, what's the point? Right? It's like if you're married or you're dating somebody, and every time you turn around, you look up, they ain't never at the house, they're not giving you no support, and they're not there for you. What's the point of me being with you? You're a waste of energy. If all we're going to do is just have general 3-letter words, right, then I don't need to go through the trouble of dealing with you. It's the same thing with this. You need to be available. Now, if Hand is healthy and he ain't got no problem, then I would keep Hand. But in this case, no. When it comes to Bryant, I just don't think he's consistent enough. Let me see. Tavai can't even make his run/pass key. I don't think he did as bad, but I think the problem is when you're just missing blatant tackles. I don't understand. You cannot be that close to a person and not get them down. My man should have been down and got like another 10 yards. It's not possible. How many yards does St. Brown end the season with? I'm going to say 780 to 800. I think St. Brown's going to be a problem. He's going to make a lot of people want to punch him, and a lot of people will. And that's advantage Detroit. Bryant got to go. I ain't mad at that. I would keep Strong, Stephen Collins. He has played that well. He's available. That's what it boils down to. I miss Glover and his play at safety. You and me both, Ken. you and me both. Glover needs to coach. He's practically is one. Glover has said it many times he's not interested in coaching. He said maybe down the road, possibly, but overall he's not interested. Numbers J, what's your opinion on Terrell Crosby's performance in the preseason? Pressure bust pipes, and he is certainly turning himself into a diamond. He is stepping up in a big way. He's had a few miscues, but overall, I like what I'm seeing out of him. And I think he pretty much saved himself a spot because they was gonna trade him, and he know it. But do I think he make it past this season? Hell no. But he'll make it to the team this year. In my opinion, we have a problem with our kicker. Who is our kicker? It is a problem. I went to a practice and was trying to figure out how you not hitting 50-yarders when there's nobody coming at you. Like, how? So I don't get it. I don't get it. Let me see. What else am I missing? Make sure I ain't missing nobody. I'm really trying to hit all y'all questions before I get up out of here. Could our coaches beat the worst college team? Yes. I don't think we had that problem no more. Yeah, said, but I think Hand gotta go, and Strong has won his spot. He's available, and he's doing a lot of the things that Hand is doing. You know, Numbers J didn't think Crosby has performed yet in the preseason. He played. I want to say it was the game against the Bills. I thought I saw his number out there. But then again, the way this number change has really been fucking with me. I ain't gonna lie. Like even like Sewell with 58, I'm like, yo, I gotta get used to this because I'm my eyes are trained to see like minimum detail but register it quick. So when I played linebacker, I was trying to see the smallest details as fast as possible. It's hard to see like all this other stuff and be like, oh, I'm not with it. Demi Luke, turn the porn off. I don't watch it. I don't have the energy. Most of it is hot garbage. So nope. Let me see. Is there any Lions worth drafting for FFL? Don't see it. Any Lions worth drafting for Fantasy Football League? Amon-Ra St. Brown, TJ Hockenson, DeAndre Swift, as a later round pick, I would even put Jared Goff out there. I don't know how y'all lead work, but if I knew, I could kind of tell you a little bit more. But that's how I would look at it. So yes, Bullock is no good. Let me see. Quin was so bad. He signed Vitae to a hefty deal to play right tackle, and we had to move him to guard, and he is not that good at that position. Can we move him soon? It's not that he sucked at guard. I think that he is just getting into his rhythm. I think over time you will see him perform. It is what it is. 100%. So for my moderators, for this stuff right here, can we get that person blocked or removed? I think Crosby has been hurt with a higher. So Crosby, is he 76 still? Who is 76? I need to go in there. I need to go and look at this damn roster so I can get these numbers. I need to have that on deck at all times. Even when I'm watching the game, it's just so confusing. I hate, like I was watching the Lion game against the Bills, and I'm like, who the fuck is number 8? I mean, I'm sorry, the Steelers. I'm like, who the fuck's number 8 on the Steelers? I was so confused, and they're like, oh, that's Ingram. Why would he do that? So confusing. Goff is not draftable. As a backup quarterback, stop playing. He gonna get you some numbers. Are you concerned about Swift injury? Nope. I am not. We have enough talent to survive a week or two without him. If we don't, then the concern should be that we lost depth in that area. And I don't think we lost depth in that area. Luke, when will Penny Sewell get comfortable at his new position? About week 4. You gotta play meaningful games and let a person get battle tested. This is all nerves. This is getting used to stuff. That's all it is. Book this, Luke. This team will remind you of the first year of the going to work crew of the Pistons. Okay. You two don't give good enough options compared to Twitch. I gotta figure out how to get on Twitch. I'm just not technologically sound. But all right, good people. That today is the show. I answered literally every freaking question all the way down to the bottom, so I feel damn good in that accomplishment. And you know me, I never end the show without it going on a positive note. But first, let me thank all of you beautiful, beautiful people who came in here and rock with me. We got as high as 97, I saw. So thank you. I hope the thumbs up and everything add up to it, and came to the same gesture. But yeah, man, I had so much fun today. I will be going live tomorrow. I'm working extra hard to make sure that not only do I not get held over, but that I leave out before they recognize that I'm gone. Yes, I'm plotting my escape so I can be home in time to watch some football and give you a show. Now, today's positive quote comes from the internet. I don't know who said this, but this was some deep stuff, right? He says, and I'm going he because I identify as a guy myself, so I'm just going to assume that the dude said this. Life has two options. I'm going to say it again. See, this is funny. Life has two options. The first one is option one, chance. And then the second one is option two, opportunity. You get chance and opportunity. You get a chance to do it over and take advantage of an opportunity that you may have missed, or a new opportunity presents itself to give you a chance. Now, here's the question. How many of you have had this chance to seize the opportunity and you allow it to go by for whatever reason, but yet it keeps rotating back around? See, sometimes the universe talks to you in ways you may not have understood. Your chance for opportunity is going to continue to come around because you are refusing to grab it. See, this is the thing. When you grab chance, you take opportunity and you bring them together, you find peace and happiness and joy in all of those things that you did, because now the opportunity that kept passing you by is no longer an elusive ghost. It is simply the new phase of your life. You took advantage of the chance. Some of you are missing out on a chance to set yourself free from all the turmoil that you have. Fear has gotten in your way. You've shackled yourself to something that is not real, something that can't hold you or bear you to anything. The jar is open, people. You simply have to leave out. When you are given the opportunity for a chance, take it. When opportunity comes there and you don't know what to do with it, grab it, hold on to it until you are prepared to manifest it. You have to take the opportunity for the chance that's being provided to you. I'll give you a perfect example. I am currently working on trying to become my own boss. Why? I want more power over my schedule. I don't want to have to go and ask nobody if I want to take a day off. I want to be able to tell myself, today you're taking a day off. And the opportunity presented itself. And right now, I'm running at it, trying to get it at everything in my power. And when I do, and trust me, I will. When I do, I will seize that moment, and I will make sure that I can not only pass the information that I learned in my journey on to those who are willing to take it, because that would be me giving the opportunity to those who are seeking a chance. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my show for today. I will be back at it again tomorrow to talk Detroit Lions preview versus who? The Colts. And there's so many other things that we want to discuss. To everybody who came to the chat, rock with me, supported me, stayed to the end of the show, hit the replay game, all of the people that did those things, all the things, people that jump onto my feature channels and support other people I support, I salute to you. Thank you so much. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, don't be no chump. Please do your research. I am out.